Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Want to jump into a little recruiting talk today, continuing the class of 2024. Look, 23 is over. We are moving into the class of 24. Big junior day last weekend. Another player coming out of that appears to be trending towards Tennessee. But I also want to talk about the University of Tennessee's search for a tight end coach is over, electing to promote from within. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about all of it real quick. You guys know what to do. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. That's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not talking at you. We're talking with you. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live on Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, playing some NCAA football. But we're also going to hang out, talk a little Tennessee football as well. But let's go ahead and jump into it again. The search for a tight end coach is over. Josh Heupel elects to promote from within. Not a real surprise here as they promote offensive analyst Alec Ablin, who has a good relationship. He played for Coach Heupel. He played for Glenn Ellerbe at Missouri. But what I like about this move, right, is that familiarity. That's what I like. A guy that knows the offense. He knows what Josh Heupel wants. And I think we're seeing this across the board on the offensive side of the ball. You know, we saw obviously Joey Housley get promoted to offensive coordinator. We saw Kelsey Pope go from an offensive analyst to the wide receiver coach when Josh Heupel could have gone outside the program. He could have looked for a big name coach and brought them in. But when it comes to the offense, this is Josh Heupel's offense. He wants to promote from within. He wants guys that are familiar with this offense and know what Josh Heupel wants to do. And that's what he's getting here by promoting Alec Ablin. And again, just like with Kelsey Pope, how do the players respond? How do the players react when Josh Heupel makes that decision? I saw VolQuest, when they broke the news, they were talking to Cooper Mays, very excited about it. These kids like Alec Ablin. So I'm excited about this promotion. You guys know what to do. Hit the comment section and let me know your thoughts. But the fact that he's just got that comfort level, he's got that relationship. He played for Josh Heupel. He played for Glenn Ellerbe. And then after graduating, he comes and coaches at UCF with those guys. Then he went to in 2020, went to Ole Miss, worked there as a graduate assistant for Lane Kiffin. And then he came back to Tennessee in 2021 as an offensive analyst, now gets the promotion as the tight ends coach. And I want to see more of this. I talked about it with Housley when he got promoted to the offensive coordinator. I want to see more of this Josh Heupel coaching tree, new, young, up-and-comers. Now, one thing that Ablin's going to have to prove is he able to recruit? And that's going to be a big question. Is he going to be able to go out there and hit the recruiting trail? Because he may be familiar with Josh Heupel and Glenn Ellerbe and this offense. But recruiting in the SEC is a different animal. Will he be able to adapt, adjust, and hit the recruiting trail? We will see. We will see how that plays out. But let's jump into a little recruiting talk. Let's talk about Kamaru Brown. Kamaru Brown, you can see there, he is a 4-star athlete, according to On3.com. 6 foot, 178 pounds, out of Memphis, Tennessee. On3 consensus has him ranked 8th in the state of Tennessee. We talk about the importance of keeping your quality players in state. Kamaru Brown, one of those players. And again, even though he's listed as an athlete, likely to play defensive back for Tennessee. I saw an article over on On3 talking about him being a versatile athlete that can kind of play all over the field. But when asked where he would play at the University of Tennessee, he says they do see me in the secondary. Says they see me playing corner because I like to be on an island by myself. They like how I can move and jump. Coming out of this visit, again, he was on campus for the junior day this past weekend. He was on campus back in September last year, taking in the Florida game. And what an atmosphere, right? And we talk about the importance of winning and how that factors into recruiting. And we're seeing that across the board. As Tennessee just hosted their second junior day, we're seeing a lot of top level athletes, 5 stars, 4 stars, come on campus. They want to see what Tennessee is all about, right? They want to see what Tennessee is. Some of these kids that are coming in for these junior days have never been on campus. Not the case for Brown. He was here again for the Florida game last year. But these guys take notice. One of the videos I made recently, one of these kids said, hey, we saw what Tennessee did to Alabama. Tennessee shows no fear. You can see there the On3 recruiting prediction machine has Brown trending to Ole Miss way out front. Well, is that the case? And, sometimes when we make videos, we talk about these guys. Some people go strictly by the On3 recruiting prediction machine. They go strictly by crystal balls. Recruiting is fluid. Recruiting changes. It's not like they go in and update the On3 recruiting prediction machine every single day. Tennessee was up towards the top of his list as he came on campus this past weekend. Coming out of the visit, he told VAWLS that Tennessee is at the top of the list. They are on top. That's the exact quote. They are on top of the list. So again, according to VAWLS, sounds like Kamaru Brown is trending towards Tennessee. Would be a nice addition. Again, want to get this class of 24 rolling. Somebody recently asked me about Ryan Wingo. When is he going to pull the trigger? When is Wingo going to get in the boat? You got to like where Ryan Wingo is at with Tennessee. I think Tennessee sits in a very good spot, and it's probably sooner rather than later that he pulls the trigger and goes ahead and makes that commitment. But again, looking at VolQuest, what they had to say about Brown coming out of the junior day visit, they like where Tennessee's at. He could be the next one to pull the trigger and jump in the boat. But you want to get that momentum early. And again, recruiting has changed. Recruiting is so much different than it used to be. And some of the videos I put out yesterday talking about the offensive tackles, huge priorities, talking about the running back, those guys all had one thing in common. They took these visits early in January. They're going to go through the dead period. They want to come back in March. They want to take in spring practice. They want to take in the orange and white game. They want to take those official visits during the spring, and they want to try to wrap up and make that decision going into their senior season of football. So I think you're going to see some activity, some movement. Who's going to be next? Is it going to be Wingo? Is it going to be Kamaru Brown? Or is it going to be Edwin Spillman? That's another name that's floating around out there. Myself and Coach Jay broke down the film on him. If you missed that, go back and give it a watch. Because I think he's his older brother's already on campus. And I think it's very clear that Edwin Spillman is going to be a Vol. I think Wingo is going to be a Vol. Kamaru Brown trending to Tennessee. So we'll see how the next few weeks play out. But again, I wanted to bring you the news because coming out of the visit, Kamaru Brown, another elite level player, 4-star player according to the On3 consensus. Now, 247 Sports has him as a 3-star. And you guys can take it for what it's worth. You can go with whatever site you want to go with. I was talking to the X Factor yesterday. He's pretty fired up, pretty hot over where ESPN had Tennessee ranked in the class of 23. But all these recruiting profiles, all these recruiting websites, all different. It all comes back to player evaluation, player development. But I think Kamaru Brown is a legitimate player. He's a legitimate baller. You can see the scholarship offers that he has: Ole Miss, Memphis, Florida State, Arkansas. He's got some big-time offers from some big-time schools. We talk about improving the secondary, improving the defense, stacking recruiting classes. And I really like the secondary in this class of 23. Can they continue to build that in the class of 24 and moving forward? And then you got to be able to continue to add depth, add talent via the transfer portal as well. Like I said, earlier in the video, recruiting is completely different in the class of 2023, the class of 2024, now with the early signing period, just a completely different animal. But we will continue to keep you updated. Just a couple of names to keep an eye on: Kamaru Brown, Edwin Spillman, Ryan Wingo, all should be jumping in the boat sooner rather than later. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Any and all support greatly appreciated. As always, thank you to the members of the channel. Appreciate what you guys do. If you want to become a member, hit that join button down below. For as little as 99 cents a month, you can get custom Talkin' VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, a power T beside your name. I once heard in the chat that if you don't have a power T beside your name, you must be a Florida fan. That's not what I said. That's what they said. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.